Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully you had your lunch and your belly is full and you are just ready to get back to work or take an afternoon nap or whatever you do. Heidi Faye said, I don't know this case. Can you just give me a quick couple sentence summary? Sure will. Sure will. Brooke Hanlon was murdered in her own home midday, June 6th. As of now, no one has been arrested. She was stabbed to death. She lives in Chester, New Jersey, or did. No one has been charged, and her husband has not been accused of any crime or wrongdoing. Her husband was trying to give her CPR. He called 911. However, speculation goes straight to him. I don't know. I really don't. I have no idea. It is very disturbing considering she's a psychotherapist and she did have some problems with some patients. This is Brooke Hanlon right here. And she helped a lot of people out. And everybody wants to accuse him. I'm in a group, on Facebook about Brooke Hanlon. And I saw someone say, "Do you think the husband did it?" They're like, "Is the Pope Catholic?" It's very bizarre if you want to know the truth. She has a child. I am not saying that her husband is the bee's knees by any means. However, there's other things that come into play in this situation as far as her being a therapist, because let's face it, you might get a few strange people around you when you're a therapist. You never know. Plead the fifth. You're exactly right. A stabbing is more personal and it takes a lot more time. You're exactly right. Nobody can account for where Connor Hanlon was that day. Now, he does have a job, and I'm assuming he has an alibi. The issue is, it's been way over a month. And there's blood everywhere. Blood everywhere. Let's take a second and tell everyone good afternoon. And made it rain. If you got a membership, you say, "Thank you, Angel P." Now, I'm not saying this is the case, but I do remember one of my favorite movies called What About Bob? Where Bill Murray stalked out Richard Dreyfuss. He followed him all the way to New Hampshire, went through all the links to find him. I mean, everything. And sometimes those things happen with therapists. I do understand the internet is interneting and saying that her husband did it. I would think it would be really easy to find where he was that day. Look, he could be the biggest piece of shit on the planet. He could have a secret family. He could have kids. He could have this. He could have that. I don't know. I just know that she was stabbed to death, which is extremely personal, in her home on June 6th, and today is July 15th. So let's start with the 911 call, okay? Now, allegedly, reportedly, and I want everyone to please subscribe to her because she FOIA'd this 911 call, and she deserves all the credit.
And I'm going to play that for you in full. But first, Brooke Hanlon was 35 years old and living in Chester Township, New Jersey, with her husband, James Connor Hanlon, when her...
Everyone calls him Connor. Oh, thank you, no. On delay, Catholic here. The Pope may not be Catholic, but I digress. Okay. Well, then what religion is the Pope? I would like to know. Thank you, no. Or thank you, yes, for answering my question. By the way, if you're in the bushes, come out and say hi. And everyone hit the like. And if you have time, double check to make sure you're subscribed.
Life was taken. She had gotten married to James, who goes by Connor, in 2021, and they had their first child together in 2025. This photo is from last Christmas, and it shows Brooke with her husband and the only child they would ever be able to have. Brooke was a psychotherapist, and she specialized in cognitive behavioral therapy and trauma therapy. She worked with children, adolescents, and families. Now, unfortunately, her life was taken on June 6th, and that's when this call came in that you're about to hear. The Morris County medical examiner states that she passed away from multiple sharp force injuries, and it was deemed a homicide. But even though this happened on June 6th, the Morris County Sheriff's Office did not make any public announcements until June 29th. They said that that delay was to protect the integrity of the investigation.
True story, and I cannot believe this isn't everywhere, considering everyone is blaming her husband, and he could be guilty as sin. He could be as guilty as Uli with the handyman. I don't know. But there has been a lot of crime in Chester, New Jersey. There's been a lot of break-ins, and considering she was stabbed, there was blood everywhere. You have to have shoe prints, fingerprints. There's got to be hair somewhere. What is going on? She was a psychotherapist, and I just wonder, besides her husband, was there a Bob in her life? A what about Bob that wouldn't leave her alone? I don't know.
Which is absolutely important, but I do have questions on that delay. Number one, if a woman is stabbed in her home and there has been no named suspects, no arrest, wouldn't you want to get this information out there immediately so that you can be getting tips and so that the public is aware that a woman was just stabbed and no one has been arrested? Unless the police know for certain, or at least have a good idea who did this and that Brooke was the only intended target and the public at large is not at risk, I just have some questions around that delay. Now, I'm going to play this 911 audio for you. It is pretty lengthy, so just be prepared for that. It came in on June 6th at about 4:29 p.m. And
My understanding is her husband is the one that called 911 and came across her body. Now I want to know how anyone entered the home. Tons of unanswered questions that I'm sure Chester New Jersey has. Oh, thank you, no, says to be determined. And V. Oakley likes the movie The Sixth Sense. Thank you for all the breaking news. You guys are wonderful.
I want you to go into this call open-minded. So often people are very quick to say, oh, the husband did it. I don't want you to listen to this with that lens. And I want us all to remember that if we found our spouse or someone we loved in the condition that he's going to describe, most of us can't know what we would sound like, how panicked we would be. So
let me go ahead and tell you how it would work at my house. If my husband came home, he would go, OJ, Daddy's home. OJ would come out with blood all over him. And Greg would go, you missed Daddy, didn't you? You missed Daddy, didn't you? Oh my gosh, why do you have blood all over you? Where's your mama? Is she in the backyard? And OJ go, meow. And then he would sit down and he would turn on the TV. And like a couple hours later, he would look for me. And then he would go, OJ, what happened to Mama? And then it would unwind from there, okay? Because when he comes home, the first thing he does is he checks on OJ. And then Glenpool Police Department would come out and they would be like, looks like it's a homicide. And Greg would be like, what about my kitty? Yeah, true story. That's what would happen. No offense, but I would do the same damn thing to him. By the way, I'm just joking.
Keep an open mind while you listen to this, and tell me if you ever hear him state that he just got home and found her. He had been away from the home, because that's another question I have. But here's the call. I'll see you again in another video about this case soon. Let me know your thoughts about all of it. And rest in peace to Brooke Hanlon.
911 operator 484. What's the address of the emergency?
339. 339. That's in New Jersey.
Okay, bear with me one moment.
Oh my God! I need an ambulance.
Okay, 339 Township. Is that correct?
Chester Township. Chester Township.
Okay, is there a floor, apartment, of room numbers? Is this a private home?
A private home.
Okay, you calling?
Yes.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened. I know you said your wife is bloody.
I just found my wife. I don't know what's going on. CPR. I need CPR just instructions.
Okay, she's not breathing or conscious?
Oh my God! There's a laceration in.
Okay, a lot of people are picking at him, and he could be guilty of sin. I don't know. I wasn't there. But they're saying because he said there's a laceration. Don't know his lingo. Don't know the way he speaks. But you can tell he's upset. But for people that know him, they're saying when he's upset, he doesn't act that way. Shonda, where have you been, girlfriend? I have missed you.
Okay, sir, bear with me one moment. We're getting help there. Just stay on the line and need some more information, okay?
Please. I don't know if there's blood. I need you here. I need you here immediately.
Yes, sir, she is bleeding and she's not conscious. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right, sir. All right, the paramedics have been sent. Just stay on the line.
Yeah. What?
If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it, sir.
No, I don't have one.
Not available? Okay.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck?
Okay.
So I'll transcribe. He said, I don't know what to do. I don't know. What the fuck? And he said, okay. She has a laceration. There's blood. Obviously, they have his shoe print. If they don't have anyone else's, there is a problem. If they only have his, he would be in the clink. And I'm going to go ahead and give him an E for effort. Okay? I am. Because I'm telling you right now, the internet is saying he did it. He did it, and that's it. Case closed. It's over. Gavel down. I'm just not that sure. I'm just not. But you tell me what you know. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to discuss.
Please put your phone on speaker so your hands are free to help her, sir.
It's on speaker. It's on speaker. I said, no, moving, Brooke. No, please,
Okay.
no, baby. No,
Bear with me one moment.
No.
All right, listen carefully, and I'll tell you how to do chest compression, sir. Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
There's a cut. That's where there's a cut.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
There's blood everywhere.
Okay, can you place the heel of your hand on the breastbone in the center of the chest, right between the nipples, and put the other hand on top of that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Pump the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second and 2 inches deep. Okay. Let the chest come all the way up between pumps. We're going to do this 600 times or until help can take over. Okay. Count out loud so I can count with you. Okay.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm out said he was not doing CPR, in my opinion. I will say the best person that I've ever heard do CPR was Sarah Boone. That was crazy. She was just like, oh, like she would press down and then she would move away. And then she's like, he's gurgling, which is impossible considering Jorge was dead. I do know how to do CPR, but I've never done it on a human being. Okay. I took a CPR class and I did it on a Raggedy Ann doll, and I got an A in the class. Okay. They told me exactly where to press down and what to wait for. And then some people that were more skilled, they had like a live, like a mannequin, and they had like more things to do. And you never want to do CPR on a Raggedy Ann doll or a mannequin. You just don't.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, sir. You're doing great. We're going to do this 600 times or until help can take over, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Help is on the way, sir. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, try and take a deep breath, sir. Try and take a deep breath, sir. Close, sir. Are you still doing the chest compression, sir?
Of course, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, put a 1 in chat if you believe Connor Hanlon killed his wife, or 2 if you think there is another suspect out there. Because I don't know.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're getting there as quick as they can, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I need you. I need you.
Try and take a deep breath, sir. 3, 4.
I need you.
1,
Brooke, I need
2,
you.
3,
No,
4.
Brooke.
1,
No.
2,
I need
3,
you.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4.
And sir, I know you said, where are you in the house?
Second floor.
Second floor? Okay.
Upstairs,
Okay,
floor.
keep going. 1,
The door's
2,
open.
3, 4.
4.
Okay, Hillbilly said you have to be very calm when doing CPR. I would agree. And also, she was on the second floor. Who got in the house, went up, and stabbed her because they said there was blood everywhere, and it wasn't just where she was killed. It was trailed all around the house. And you can't tell me she didn't fight back. You just can't tell me. This woman is way too feisty that she did not fight back. They have her body. They can see exactly what's under her fingernails and everything. Danny Dane said so it wasn't a silent murder. No, someone came in and they stabbed her to death.
2, 3, 4.
3, 4.
And sir, I know you said, where are you in the house?
Second floor.
Second floor? Okay.
Upstairs,
Okay,
floor.
keep going. 1,
The door's
2,
open.
3, 4.
4.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's say Connor did it. Okay, they're having an argument downstairs, and she got upset with him. He was upset with her, and he's like, I'm done with this. I'm tired. And he chased her upstairs because she was on the second floor, and he grabbed a knife. I don't know anything about the Erder weapon. I know nothing about it. Nothing. That seems more probable to me than someone just finding her upstairs all willy-nilly.
3, 4.
I got this. You got it, Brooke. Come on, baby. Come on.
Keep going, sir.
Come on.
1, 2, 3,
Oh my God, there's
4.
huge cut. What
1,
the fuck happened?
2, 3,
What the fuck happened?
4.
What the fuck happened?
And where's there a big, a large cut,
There's
sir?
one on her breast. There's one right below her breast.
Okay, just keep going, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Keep going, sir. We have responders pulling up. Just keep going until they take over.
Fucking better.
1,
I need
2,
you. I
3,
need
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep going. They're right outside. Just keep going until they take over, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing a great job, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You said the front door is open, sir? Okay, I'll update the responders. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep on going, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so I am not a nurse. I'm not a doctor. I do have a question. Why would you do CPR on someone that's been stabbed to death? Can you honestly keep their heart pumping that way? Because, they're bleeding out. Never mind. Forget I said that. I just answered my own question.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, on going, sir.
Yes. Come here.
Keep going until they take over, sir. Keep going until they take over.
Please. Now.
Are those the responders, sir?
Yes.
Okay, you can speak with them, sir, okay?
Oh. V said, my BFF back in the day passed out from doing CPR on her dad. You know, I have heard about this before. I was watching Real Nurses, and one lady, I mean, she did. She absolutely passed out from doing CPR. And I thought, you must be kidding me. All right, we're going to come back to that. I want to know the backstory about Brooke and Connor. This is from Law and Crime. And yes, she was stabbed to death in the middle of the day. Her husband got home and he found her and he called 911. Okay. Now, when I was taking my CPR class, which was on a doll, okay, they said when you're doing it on a human, don't be afraid to break their ribs. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is the reason I am not in the medical community. I need a nurse to come up and explain how long it takes to do CPR and what can actually happen if you do it wrong. Oh. Dainty Dane said, oh, that crutching sound. Ick. I know, I'm telling you.
Underway and questions about who would kill Brooke Hanlon and why.
Well, who is knocking at the door? What is going on around here?
Somebody's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell.
Love it. They always say broken ribs are better than the alternative. So how many nurses does it take to actually do CPR?
Well, ideally, in an ideal world, see, they've changed the protocol that they change everybody, that they teach everybody nowadays. Because back a long time ago, it was all about 15 compressions to 2 rescue breaths. Okay, then they decided that that was just too much for the general public to understand. And so now all you do is worry about, is there a heartbeat? Is there a pulse? And then you start CPR. And in the ideal world, you would have 2 people. And we would say, like, switch, next, time, on, 5 as you're doing compressions. And then the compression person would go to the breathing, and the breathing person would go to the compressions. So as far as how long it takes, unfortunately, once you start doing it, you're supposed to keep doing it until, and I don't mean unfortunately, but you're supposed to keep doing it until either the patient is responsive, you get a heartbeat back, and or you're physically exhausted and you physically just can't do it anymore.
Now, explain to me, how hard is it to push on a person's chest to get their heart going again?
It's totally different, and that's what's interesting about it is when we get our certification. You know, being a nurse, you have to have advanced CPR training and keep it up, which involves the defibrillator and this, that, and the other, and the ambu bag. But you know, it does not feel the same at all as when you're doing it on those CPR dummies. And, you know, they have the little face button that lights up if you're going far enough on your compression. On an adult, you've literally got to try to press that breastbone down 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches. And it's not pliable like the dummies are. So I have got up on top of the bed before because I'm not that big and straddled somebody trying to do the CPR. And thank God, normally in a hospital setting or any other setting, there'll be orderlies or males that come around and they take over. It's really hard. And yes, you have to push down 1.5 to 2 inches on an adult, just on an adult, right there in the center. And the way you're supposed to do it is your compressions you're supposed to be keeping rhythm with that song, staying alive, ah, 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 staying alive. So that's the beat you're supposed to keep up. It's kind of rapid and it will physically exhaust you. And yes, you do break ribs because obviously our ribs are attached to our sternum, which is our breastbone. And again, it's kind of like, do you want to break a rib or do you want to save a life? And unfortunately, if you come across somebody and you don't know what their status is as far as do not resuscitate or anything like that, you are obligated legally to and ethically to start CPR.
Now, let me ask you something totally off topic. What do you think about, certain hospitals saying that they do not want the CPR machine?
Well, the machine is obviously a machine, and I've seen the machine come in. The machine does a good job as far as keeping the pace, but I think it's a little more aggressive than a human being. That's all I can tell you about that. You know, it's gonna keep going and keep going and keep going, and you don't have to have a human to do it, but you can also get broken ribs obviously very easily, whether it's a machine or a person.
I agree. And I tell you what, my healthcare workers are the best. And can I tell you a secret, Ange? Don't tell
Sure.
anyone.
What's your field?
I think nurses do 10 times more the work than doctors.
Oh, absolutely. I can promise you that.
Oh my God, you agreed. Can someone write that down? Today is July 15th, 2026. It is 12:34 p.m. and Ange agreed with me. Laura Uli said, my daughter does CPR on newborns.
Yeah, that would bother me. I've never done CPR on a child, and I've never done CPR on an infant. Although, other than the fact that it's an infant, it is easier to do CPR on an infant because you literally use your thumbs, not your whole body weight. So you're only going to compress that bone about 1/2 inch.
Okay, so how do you know the pressure to put on someone's chest? Because I'm feeling my breastbone right now, and I'm listening to this 911 call
Uh-huh.
say, harder, 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 harder. When do you know enough is enough? Who's taking the pulse? Who is checking the blood pressure while you're doing it?
Oh, in this situation in the home, nobody would be. It would be him there all by himself. And the first thing I think the paramedics are going to do is come in and put a defibrillator on this person to see what kind of heart rhythm they have, because it'll say checking rhythm. And then those things are real easy to use. Those defibrillators, they're very tell you step-by-step instruction where to put your pads. And they'll say analyzing heart rhythm, no rhythm detected, begin CPR. Okay, if you've got a machine, you've got that. If you don't have a machine, then you just have to hope that you're going as far down as you're supposed to. And if you're not a very big person, you literally have to get up in the bed or up over them, and you have to put all your body weight into it, and you really have to push hard because it's harder than what it looks like.
I imagine.
Did I answer your question? I don't know if I answered your question. I got distracted.
No, you did.
Okay.
And now I'm happy that Daisy's not here because can't even imagine what she would say.
She should be able to push down far enough, and I'll just leave it at that.
Well, I mean, she's pushing 500 right now. And, Aunt Sherry's trying to put her on that show, My 600-Pound Life.
Right.
But I thought she was on the Life Flight helicopter going from Kingsport to Chattanooga and back. But we have a Life Flight nurse that watches the channel, and she sent me a scathing email. And she said that she has to stay under 110 pounds to be on Life Flight.
What? The same person that you're talking about said that?
No, an actual Life Flight nurse said there's no way
okay.
would be a Life Flight nurse.
Right. Because you can only have so much weight on the helicopter. You've got equipment, you've got the people, the pilot, your medical people, your patient. It's all about weight. Yeah, I don't want to go there because I'll say something ugly.
I know, but I mean, they keep saying that she is a Life Flight nurse. She's delivering babies and everything. Okay, let's get back to this because I'm really concerned as to what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki said, I had a friend that was my boss. He was a Life Flight supervisor. Kiki, how much did he weigh? And no, I'm not body shaming anyone. Just true question, just asking. Because, those helicopter pilots are always real skinny.
Because Brooke Hanlon was in her home and she was in bad shape. Here's dispatch audio from that call.
Light 901, you got a guy screaming, needs everyone help. It's Tiresville Road. I'll be responding as well.
Yeah, he's saying she's bleeding all over. He's going to start CPR.
3863.
63.
You send a call for the tree down. I'm going to take a look.
Yeah, 47 cars. We're starting CPR. 47 cars. They're going to be upstairs on the second floor.
How far? Nick, we're right behind you. We just came down Tiresville.
I'm going to say this. I have seen several things where Brooke was unhappy in her marriage. Okay. And she might have said something to Connor saying that I'm done with you. I'm out of here. And maybe he made a plan. As of right now, everything I have read shows that he's accounted for the entire day of June 6th.
It's really hard for me to say anything because, to be honest with you, I've never walked in on my loved one being stabbed. And I mean, I'm sure your adrenaline would be going and everything. And I mean, to be honest with you, I think I could, but if it was my loved one, I might even be in a state where I couldn't even do CPR. I don't know. I don't know what I would do in that situation. So I can't tell by the way he's acting, to be honest, that means anything, if that makes any sense.
Now, I mean, there are rumors of an affair.
Oh.
There are rumors, that she had different patients that just would not leave the family alone.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And so the whole thing is extremely odd. What is more odd is that this happened on June 6th, just now coming out, thanks to this woman named reportedly.
Really?
She got the 911 call.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Well, why was there such a delay in that getting out, wonder?
I don't know. I mean, no idea.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
There's a 44 ounce.
Now, the house where Brooke Hanlon lived was her baby and her husband is on Pottersville Road. The house sits off the road, and if you look at it on Google Maps, you'll find that there aren't many homes surrounding the house where Brooke Hanlon and her family lived. There are wooded areas on one side and a yard that's fenced on the other. Now, this really makes you wonder, did the person who killed Brooke Hanlon know exactly where they were going and who they were targeting? Now, there's another piece of this puzzle. This call reporting that Brooke Hanlon needed help and there was blood everywhere came in at 4:30 on a Saturday afternoon. That's typically about the time that a mother of a baby would be getting ready for dinner, maybe, or maybe the baby would be just getting up for a nap, depending on the child's schedule. These are the little things that come to mind when I look at this case. Brooke Hanlon worked as a psychotherapist in New Jersey, according to her LinkedIn page. She describes herself as highly motivated, responsible, and compassionate, an individual with an LPC New Jersey license. She has diverse experiences in various settings working with children, adolescents, and families in need of counseling, therapeutic assistance, resources, and other support. Now, this happened in Chester Township, but the prosecutor's office is leading the investigation. And so far, there's been a really tight lid on this case. The prosecutor's office didn't post about the murder investigation.
You know, the only time that I have seen a really tight lid on something is if they believe it is an adolescent that's done something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, to be honest, that's the first thing I thought of was some kind of patient, you know. That's not the first, I mean, we've heard stories about, I mean, it happens, you know, somebody doesn't want to do what their therapist says, somebody gets mad at their therapist, somebody falls in love with their therapist, and the therapist says, I'm sorry, but we can't see each other anymore because we're not going to be effective this way if that's how you feel about me. I mean, it could have been somebody that she was done with and they didn't like, what about Bob? They didn't want to let go. I mean, you just never know. Wonder where her practice was. It wasn't from her home, was it?
That I do not know. I mean, because some LPCs will practice out of their home.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be scary to me. I certainly would be careful about letting patients come in my home. I've never liked that idea, although a lot of people do that.
I mean, I remind my therapist, I mean, every time I see her that she is not a real doctor. She's a licensed professional counselor. And I'm like, so what are you going to do for me? My goodness. But hey, we love Madra.
Until June 13th. That was a week later. In a Facebook post, the office's spokesperson wrote, in the late afternoon of June 6th, EMS and Chester Township police officers responded to a 911 call at the residence on Pottersville Road. A 35-year-old resident was found dead in the home. An examination by the Morris County Medical Examiner's Office determined the cause of death to be multiple sharp force injuries and the manner of death as homicide. This remains an active and ongoing investigation by the Morris County Prosecutor's Office, Chester Township Police Department, and Morris County Sheriff's Office, CSI. No further information can be released at this time in order to protect the integrity of the investigation. So that was a pretty standard response. They really don't release a lot of information with active investigations.
Okay, this was said that her husband, he's kind of a bum, and he's always working on his car. And he said that he left to go get car parts. So if he came back and chased her up to the second story and stabbed her to death, why is he not in jail? Why? Why?
Right.
Brooke Hanlon's name only became public over the last couple of days, and I thought that was pretty curious. All right. So to help us really dig into this case, I want to bring in Jarrett Ferrantino. He's a former prosecutor. He's also an author of a great book available on Amazon. We'll talk about that in just a minute. It's called Mothers, Murders, and Motivation, A Journey Through the Mind and Heart of a Prosecutor. So Jarrett, thanks so much for coming back on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we always love talking to you. What are your thoughts as a former prosecutor?
You know, Anjanette Levy is something else. She's like, we love talking to you. She is so fake, but that's okay.
On this case, from what we know, they're being very tight-lipped about this, but what are your thoughts?
Well, let's talk first about how tight-lipped they're being about it. I think that's a strategic move. Obviously, the investigators know a heck of a lot more than they're releasing. When they're conducting interviews and continuing to do their investigation, it's imperative that information that would only be known to the killer, himself or herself, remain out of the public sphere, so that can be used to be gleaned in the interviews or to put forth in an interview, like the power of suggestion, get information from individuals that only certain people would have the information that's not released publicly. So oftentimes investigators hold information close to the vest and use that tactically in getting information from a suspect or witnesses or people with information that helps build credibility. How many times have we seen it? We have individuals who provide information that they've learned online or in the media.
Oh my God. Is that Erica Kirk's twin?
It looks like her. I'm telling you right now, if there was pyrotechnics going or like a Tammy Faye Baker thing going on, I would totally think it's her twin. But, you know, so be it. I don't know why they're blurring out his face. The baby, I understand.
When they really factually have no connection to a case, that is.
And by the way, I'm only talking about the similarity and how they look. I'm not picking on Erica Kirk.
Is simplified by holding on to that kind of information.
What confounds me is the timeline here a little bit. We have this happening on June 6th. Saturday, June 6th, which was a Saturday. That's when the 911 call was placed. Her name, they didn't release her name until this past weekend. So that's many weeks that passed, 3 weeks that passed until they publicly revealed her name. What could be the strategy there? Because we know, obviously, that the killer knows who she is. You know, there could be a number of reasons, but as a prosecutor, why would you withhold that information for so long, especially when they announced that they had this investigation going back on, you know, the 13th, a week after the homicide?
Yeah, that fact was confounding. I've never been part of a case, nor am I familiar with a case where a victim's identity in a what appears to be this homicide occurred in her home. Whether who did it is another question, but it occurred in her home, in her neighborhood, someone who was known. Her death was widely reported. Why she would not have been named in the initial hours of this investigation or the ensuing days is beyond me. The other thing, not to be so down on the media when you release that information.
Because the police said nothing. They only told certain family members, what are they covering up? What is going on? Is there a danger to the public in Chester, New Jersey? And it's your turn.
Wow. I was just thinking, well, you know, I don't know that much about it right now. I understand all the stuff with the husband, but like, obviously, if she was doing therapy out of her house, I doubt she would be doing it on a Saturday. But there could have been somebody watching her house, and then when he left, went in there, just to be fair. I'm thinking about psychiatric records that are hard to get to. I'm thinking whether it be an adolescent or whatever. I think maybe, you know, it could have been a patient, and if it, or maybe they're looking to see if there were any quote unquote, you know, problem patients. Um, and there could be having some issues, obviously, getting that information because of HIPAA. But I mean, I have no other explanation. I don't really understand myself unless, like they were saying, you were saying there's something that somebody knows and they're trying to keep that tight. Um, and that could be the husband. I don't know. I mean, people that are obsessed with a therapist, they will follow them sometimes. They'll know where they live. They'll find out about their family. They'll start watching their routine, especially if you've had a falling out and, you know, you didn't want to terminate the therapy, but you had to for whatever reason.
I want to know why she's called a psychotherapist when she's an LPC.
Well, LPCs are the same as like social workers in a way, except for social workers, you know, they have more of a license and more knowledge as far as the community and resources and stuff. But an LPC is a therapist. They're basically just doing different types of talk therapy with people, so that's why they call it that. The girl that used to work next to me, for example, she would see all the new patients that came in and do their initial assessment and make recommendations on what they needed. And I had to audit all their paperwork. And he was an LPC, and she's a very good one. And they do go to school for a long time to be a licensed professional counselor.
Well, so good for them. So what I want to know is, how do people, Aubrey Farina said, thank you for covering this story, Brooks. You're welcome. I want to ask Aubrey real quick. Aubrey, who do you think killed Brooke? Not Brooks, Brooke. I mean, I think it would be obvious if her husband did. I'm going to go ahead and say, I mean, he's kind of a bum. I mean, he's working on his car in the driveway. He doesn't really provide for the household. And I mean, he's kind of a dud.
Oh no. I smell an insurance policy.
Oh yeah, there is one. There is one. Yeah, there is one. But it's her daughter. Britt said he's a mooch. Okay. All right. And I'm trying to make a love connection here, and I think there's two people here that are not getting it.
Who's that?
Britt and Paper Cut.
Oh. Well, for heaven's sakes.
Well, they're about the same age. They have a lot of stuff in common. And I thought, you know, they could be really good friends, you know?
Well, yeah. Well, I will tell you this. Andy has a very sexy voice.
I know. He does. He does. He's got a voice for radio, and he's got a face for the news. And Britt is sexy AF, okay? And,
Yeah.
you know, I've been trying to set Andy up for a long time. So, you know, anyway, either way, what comes to be, comes to be.
Well, unfortunately, I'm too old for him, so there you go.
Since when? Are you kidding me?
Don't let all the secrets out.
Britt said, Paper Cut, they are not wrong. Shonda said, you should host a speed date on YouTube. We have 5 marriages out of this community. Very strange. Very strange.
Oh,
It really
yeah.
Remember Papa Roxy and Doris? Oh yeah, they were living down in Galveston right now. They met through Discord.
Aw.
Craziest thing I ever saw. They were sending each other nudes through Discord. I didn't know until I saw it, and I was like, oh, I didn't even need to see that.
Information.
Goodness.
Someone out there may have knowledge that something between Brooke and another individual, or something about her marriage, something about her financial situation that would help investigators. So in my opinion, not releasing that name could be detrimental to a case.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, somebody could know something, and it's the prosecutor's office is leading up this case. You know, when I call the police department and I try to get information, they say, no, you got to call the prosecutor's office. The prosecutor's office is in charge of this case. And I get that, you know, they are looking at potential charges here. This is a homicide investigation, but typically the cops, you know, don't the cops typically handle the investigation in consultation with the prosecutor's office? And they're telling me, no, you want to request that, you got to call the prosecutor's office. They're in charge.
Well, I've seen that done both ways. In my experience in Pennsylvania and New Jersey is very much the same. The prosecutor's offices have their own investigators that work in tandem with local police departments. So oftentimes our office, as the prosecutors, would be the coordinators of an investigation, working directly with the state police, even sometimes a federal agency, because here's the way you look at it. And I've always looked at it this way. A case can result in an arrest quickly, but it doesn't end there. You have to investigate a case.
They always say the most obvious things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely crazy. By the way, on Friday, if you're a member, we're going to do speed dating with a fatal paper cut. And so everyone has to be as quick as you can. You have 10 seconds to answer to get a date with him, paid for by me. And it could be just an internet date. Which an internet, I mean, that could be him just ordering his own food and sitting back and laughing. I don't know.
Right. I could do a Zoom call
Mm-hmm.
or whatever you call it.
He said that sounds stressful. That's okay. We'll work it out. Don't even worry about it. So the obvious is the obvious. I mean, her husband was home on Saturday, June the 6th, and she got stabbed on the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to buy car parts. Who went over and did it? That's a very small timeline. What do you think?
It is a very small timeline. Like I said, I don't know which way to go right now. I'm trying to be fair. I'm really trying not to automatically think the worst when these cases happen now, but it's really hard. I mean, it seems like if the husband was involved and if it was obvious that he was involved, then it wouldn't be so hush-hush and there would have been something maybe came out in the public by now. So that's why I'm wondering if it's more than that. I don't know.
Fatal Paper Cut said, are you on Discord, Britt? Yeah, send her the link. I'll send it to her. She can come in and we have a great time in there. Poppy, Stacy, myself, and Erica and I talk about breakfast from 3 a.m. to 7. And then I bitch about my grass. And then I talk about OJ doing something. So Britt, send me your email and I'll send you the Discord link. All right. Ange, everybody else, all 78 of you, close your ears. I think they could get together.
Oh my goodness. Well, you never know.
You never know.
Wouldn't it be wild if they were like in the same state or like two states that are like very close together?
Paparazzi moved from Kentucky down to Houston to be with Doris.
Hey, Lord.
And they both left us because, I mean, they're in some sort of sexual love fest. They're doing those damn yoga classes where they're trying to get their perineum and everything, you know, ready for like another sex.
Perineum. Oh my God, you're so funny. I love you.
They are.
Perineum. Perineum.
Yeah. Dolores and Paparazzi. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Kind of like that funky yogurt on was it Meet the Fockers when Bette Midler and them were doing all the positions and stuff when they were doing that exercise? That's pretty funny.
Well, they're still on my Christmas card list. I mean, that's pretty much it. But he did move to Houston to be with her, and he is really enjoying it. Now, I will never, ever, ever, ever set up Ernie again. Never. But that's for a different show.
Oh yeah.
Our office, as the prosecutors, would be the coordinators of an investigation, working directly with the state police, even sometimes a federal agency, because here's the way you look at it. And I've always looked at it this way. A case can result in an arrest quickly, but it doesn't end there. You have to investigate a case and build your prosecution from the beginning. You know, it ends with hopefully a conviction and justice being served. So it's important that the prosecutors on homicides are involved early and oftentimes coordinating an investigation. The other thing we used to do for smaller police departments, absolutely, we'd be in the driver's seat. And when we were working with larger police departments or the Pennsylvania State Police, for example, it was more of a give and take. But any kind of inquiry from individuals like yourself or members of the
Oh my gosh, he is way too tan for me. If anybody wants the Discord link, it is in there. And just come in and we'll see you in the welcome room.
local media would come through the prosecutor's office. So we're speaking in one voice.
Yeah, well, that certainly makes sense. And this could be a smaller kind of bedroom community police department that doesn't handle a lot of homicides. One thing that I find interesting about this, Jarrett, you listened to the dispatch audio just like I did. And they say there's this guy on Pottersville Road. He says he needs help. There's blood everywhere. He's going to do CPR. It's 4:30 on a Saturday. I'm thinking to myself, I'm just thinking, I don't know what work schedules are like in this.
Hold on. Nobody had work on that Saturday. Britt said his eyebrows are a little much, LOL. Well, the problem is he has had Botox done. Ange will tell you, when I had Botox done all across my forehead, I looked like Spock as well. Remember that, Ange?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I had to have those eye drops put in to relax the muscles. So I look like a normal human being as opposed to someone from Star Trek.
Home in the Hanlon home on Pottersville Road, but it's a Saturday afternoon. This is a couple with a young baby. Was husband at work? Did husband come home and find his wife? Was he out golfing? Was he out with the guys? I have no idea. But 4:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday, this woman is discovered stabbed to death, apparently on the second floor of the home. What comes to mind as far as you're concerned with listening to that dispatch audio?
Well, I would be interested. I would have to know what is going on in the lives of Brooke and her husband and anybody else in her life. You have to do this victimology, this reverse engineering, for example. You look at Brooke, hopefully they can identify exactly when this had occurred. That's important. Where it occurred, which room in the house did it occur? Did it occur actually in the house, which is more likely than not? That's your crime scene. You
no shit, Rico Suave, with the forehead that looks like a cereal box. Of course it happened in the house. It happened in the house.
Excuse me, Sherlock.
My goodness, Ange, you must be kidding me. And he's like, more likely than not. The only reason anyone's forehead looks like a Kellogg cereal box is because they've had a lot of Botox. I have done it. I have been there. I have seen the pictures, and it's horrible. Okay, so he gets done a lot. That's okay. He's going to have another couple injections done between his eyes because he does have a couple of little marks in there. No big deal. I'm not his dermatologist. My goodness. Yes, she was killed at home on the second floor. The whole thing is who chased her up to the second floor, stabbed her to death, and got away, came back, and called 911.
Well, did they say, because now I'm all thinking about Britt and Andy. Did they say if there was any signs of forced entry? Did I miss that?
I have not heard anything about that. They have not said one thing about that.
Well, I would like to know that. That's one of my questions.
Britt said, wait, how do we know how she was chased up the stairs? Well, I mean, if she's normally downstairs and if an intruder came in, I would think that she would run upstairs to protect her baby. But her baby wasn't touched.
Yeah. Somebody was either lying in wait or, yeah, why would she be on the second floor? Right. I feel like that was, I don't know. I just feel like her being on the second floor, you know, somebody was either waiting for her there or she did run up there, you know, to try to get away from somebody, obviously, on the first floor.
There has to be footprints in the blood. There has to be fingerprints. If he's working on a car, there would be blood around all the car parts. He doesn't really strike me as a mechanic type of guy, but good story.
I need to see his hands too, and I need to see if there's any cuts or lacerations or any signs that, you know, yeah.
I agree. 100%. And we still don't even know where their baby was, but no one hurt the baby. It's a very personal attack. It can only be one of two things, in my opinion: her husband or a patient.
Do everything you have to do to preserve the evidence, photographs, forensic testing, everything. The next thing you do is you reverse engineer their lives. What was going on in their lives? What was their marital situation? What was their financial situation? Did they have anything going on? Was anybody angry with them? How do you do that? Nowadays, you do that through examining cell phone records, emails, the cloud where information is backed up, geospatial technology, their door cameras, talk to their neighbors, talk to their friends. Those are the kind of things that would likely be happening now and have been going on since the beginning.
And one thing that's very interesting to me is the location of this home. This home is not just out it's not like in suburbia. It is in suburbia, but it is not, if you will, in a subdivision. It's basically on a road, on a bend, and it does.
Brett said, thank God the baby survived, but that's an interesting part of this. Lots of signs point to him, but we shall see. Well, a lot of signs do, but I don't think the life insurance is everything. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Ange?
I don't know. I just think that a knife attack like that is kind of more personal, kind of more passionate, kind of more, there's something behind it, you know, feelings. I don't know. It just seems like it's a personal attack to me when you are stabbing somebody like that.
Jean is here. She's dealing with shingles on her head and
Oh,
two broken arm bones and her wrist.
my God.
What happened to you? That's where my aunt always gets the shingles, always on her scalp.
Oh, Lord. I got to go get my shingle shot. I can't. I'm so sorry, Jane.
Mm.
Doesn't appear that there are any other homes around. I mean, if you're going to go to this house, I would think that you would need to know where you are going. I mean, this is not just like, oh, I happened upon this house. It's possible it's the target of a home invasion, but let's just put this up on the screen for just a moment. I want to show this to you. So here it is, Jarrett. I mean, this is our house, and there aren't any other houses that appear to be nearby. If you look at this Google map, you've got a yard there. The Pottersville Road goes down the road. This doesn't seem to be some well-traveled, highly traveled road. So in order to get to this location, you would have to know where you were going. You would go there with a purpose.
Well, that's one school of thought. Certainly, it appears to be a destination type target situation where you would have knowledge. It's not something you would randomly happen upon. The other school of thought would be it's so isolated from other neighbors that.
Stupid, Captain Botox. It's either her husband or a patient. Someone knew she was there and they went there.
It's a residence that could be targeted easily because maybe somebody's not going to hear someone yelling. Maybe there's not going to be witnesses nearby to make certain observations. Now, that's pure speculation, but there are two schools of thought when you look at a location like that. But I've prosecuted enough cases like this. The timing is significant. It's Saturday afternoon. What's going on at 4:30 on Saturday afternoon? And if you have children, there's either a birthday party or something in the morning. You're pivoting into whatever's going on for the evening. In most cases, you're home on Saturday afternoon. It's literally the only time, at least in our house, where everybody's around, right? Or Sunday afternoon. So
I'm thinking the baby would be waking up from a nap around that time.
Exactly. And that's not the time or place for random type targeting. And again, now, anecdotally, I've not seen a property or a residence targeted at that time of day. Typically, you're going to see a home like that targeted at night, very early. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but so little has been released about this. You have to call upon what you commonly see in these types of cases. And by the way, somebody called 911. There was enough time to think I'm performing CPR, which would suggest maybe Brooke was still alive or struggling to stay alive when that call was made. If somebody happened upon her and she was clearly dead, clearly sustained these multiple stab wounds, and she had been dead for some time, you would not be necessarily talking about CPR. So this is someone who either happened upon her relatively quickly after she was killed or attacked.
The Botox got to his brain. Does he not understand? It's either her husband or one of her patients, because the baby didn't do it.
Yeah, basically that's just a rural road, or what I call the back roads, which is I try to drive on all the time.
Talking about, if I go to Sapulpa, Oklahoma, I take the back roads every time.
But it is interesting, though. I'm not agreeing with his point, but I was thinking about, oh boy, about Nancy Guthrie's house, you know. But this is not the same thing at all because there's more foliage, there's more woods, and it is. I don't know if I would call it a secluded area, but maybe it's a very quiet area. I don't know, but you know, obviously you're just not going to walk down that road and go, oh, I'm just going to go in here and kill somebody or whatever. I mean, somebody had to know.
Nothing was stolen, so it's either her husband or one of her crazy patients. That's it.
And maybe they know something about who some of her patients are. And that's why it's so hush hush too. I mean, I don't know. I'm just
But it
speculating.
can also be staged, you know, her getting, you know, attacked that way,
Mm-hmm.
throwing all those papers around
Mm-hmm.
some of her patients. So I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Seems like her husband was living high on the hog.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know why they can't, I mean, put the husband with it, because obviously his DNA is all over the house.
Mm-hmm.
The knife came from inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
He should have wounds on him. Okay.
Does that mean that he's not the guilty party because it's been so hush hush and quiet and unresolved?
Or, I mean, did he, I mean, I don't know. Did he have someone do something to her while he went to get some car parts when he doesn't even know how to change oil in a car? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have some breaking news. Hold on. No one move. Oh, I'll tell you what, these things wear me out. DLL News Desk. A fatal paper cut said to me, funny you mentioned that. Britt is super pretty, and I don't know if it's weird, but I kind of have an eye on her. Oh my God. Well, mean like the pic of her on YouTube, but still, if you need another mod in Discord who won't ever sabotage anything, I'm a mod on a few servers. I said, you are a mod and she wants to talk to you, because she said it in Discord. He said, I mean on Discord. I said, you want to mod on Discord? He said, I will if you need more. I don't know if you like post in the Discord link in chat or anything. I said, I just did. You could too. He said, LO, Brett is definitely one of my favorite people in the chat. I don't care if you tell Britt I said any of that either, because she's hot. And if the YouTube pic is anything to go by, she's what is even going on. I said, she is much prettier than that low quality pic. So can we please have a round of applause to Paper Slut stepping up?
Oh, wow.
I know. I love it. It's like Romeo and Juliet.
I mean, it makes me want to break out in song, but I won't.
No, go ahead and sing something, Ange. Sing something.
My love, there's only you in my life. The only thing that's right. How's that?
He said, tell her. Yeah. So, I mean, let's go ahead. I mean, I'm going to set this whole thing up. So I'll tell you what, they will meet, and it's going to be a beautiful meeting. And And by the way, I'm sorry, Britt, that I said you had a low quality picture, but I've seen real pictures of you. Because you're much prettier in other pictures. Okay. So, all right. You know, in all this time, I thought that he was trying to hook up with Laura Uli.
You know, I'm not quite shocked that he said what he said about Brett. I believe I've had an undertone of that going on in the chat. That's all I'm going to say about that. Mm.
That's okay. It means a lot to me. It just really sucks for Laura, but she has her handyman.
Yeah.
For somebody who was likely involved, and this was a act of rage, again, which here's what we know. She was stabbed in her chest, and then somebody called, and there was blood everywhere, and they were talking about CPR. That talks about something that happened in the moments around that attack.
The timing is significant, and what's also curious to me is the prosecutor's office. There's a baby involved here, so of course, you know, that raises the sensitivity level. But they're not even commenting on the baby at all. I mean, I said, "Is the baby okay? Is the baby safe?" And they won't comment. And I understand that to a degree. So they're investigating one homicide, so we at least know the baby was not harmed. Thank God. But you know, that's like a grisly scene. Can you imagine? There's a baby, we assume, in the home with the baby's mother, and mom is stabbed to death. And so somebody's calling 911 to save her. I mean, that's a horrific scene to walk into.
And sadly, I've seen it. You know, I've seen cases like that. I had a case where the children were essentially in between mom and dad when dad killed mom with a gun. You know, if this is truly a domestic situation and the rage is targeted at.
Has anyone found any domestic violence records or any CPS records on this family?
I bet the answer is no on the CPS, but I'm curious myself about the domestic.
I found nothing.
Did you really?
Mean nothing. Nothing.
Mm. Wonder about their backgrounds though. Each person's background was that able to be pulled up as well?
Well, it's all out there, but yeah. I mean, he was murdered June 6th, and at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how long was he gone? And with all the blood they're talking about, why on earth did they not find any shoe prints or his DNA in her blood? That's all I want to know.
Someone's partner, oftentimes children, if they don't become victims themselves, are witnesses. Now, I know their child is very young, but I would imagine we would absolutely know at this point if the child was harmed or if this was a double homicide situation. It does not appear.
Yeah, we would totally know that. It's just bizarre to me that they won't even say like the baby is safe with family or something to that effect. You know, one thing you talked about victimology earlier. Brooke is a therapist. She was a therapist, and you know everything online that discusses her practice talks about how she works with families, adolescents. I'm assuming that they're going to look into that avenue too. Did she have some clients? Did she have any clients who had a beef with her for some reason, or I don't know, an infatuation with her? There could be any number of things, but you know, that is one thing they have to rule out.
I think clearly, you know, again, part of that victimology is who was Brooke?
Dear God, what an idiot. You know, the only person that says victimology is Chris McDonough.
I know, right? He's been listening to his shows.
I know. I mean, I don't even use that word. Only Pat Kay and Chris McDonough do. You know why?
Who was she as a wife? Who was she as a mother? Who was she as a psychotherapist? And yes, let's talk about that. The folks that are seeing Brooke in a clinical setting are clearly having the type of issues that they're in talk therapy, seeking therapy. It would require an examination of her patient records to look to, was there anyone that was threatening her? Had she expressed fear or concern with regard to any patient? Was there a break in care with regard to a patient very recently or in the last several months that would result in someone wishing ill will upon Brooke? Now, again, these are things, if this was truly a whodunit, if this is clearly a domestic situation and there is physical evidence on scene that supports this was a domestic situation that went badly, clearly, you would not necessarily be going that deep into the weeds.
It would have been solved over the weekend. They would have known. All right, she has a question for Angel P. Go ahead, Stacy. You have the floor. Okay, hold on. Let me send her the link. If this was a domestic situation, then it would have been solved.
See, that's why I'm suspicious that it's not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just oversimplifying it. And let me ask you a question. Is the fact that the prosecutor's office has, been quickly involved rather than the other way it usually goes, does that also mean that there's something here? I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like the prosecutor's office is like, oh, we'll take care of this one. We're going to lead the investigation on this one. Does that have anything to do with it being so hush hush?
I don't know, but let's go back to the 911 call.
Okay.
And let's judge for ourselves if he really was panicked or not.
Call came in that you're about to hear. The Morris County.
And by the way, this is from allegedly reportedly. Please subscribe to her channel because I guarantee she paid a lot of money for this.
County medical examiner states that she passed away from multiple sharp force injuries and it was deemed a homicide. But even though this happened on June 6th, the Morris County Sheriff's Office did not make any public announcements until June 29th. They said that delay was to protect the integrity of the investigation, which is absolutely important. But I do have questions on that delay. Number one, if a woman is stabbed in her home and there has been no named suspects, no arrest, wouldn't you want to get this information out there immediately so that you can be getting tips and so that the public is aware that a woman was just stabbed and no one has been arrested? Unless the police know for certain or at least have a good idea who did this and that Brooke was the only intended target and the public at large is not at risk, I just have some questions around that delay. Now, I'm going to play this 911 audio for you. It is pretty lengthy, so just be prepared for that. It came in on June 6th at about 4:29 p.m.
Now, she says 4:29. I've been reading 4:49.
Well, dear God, which one is it?
I don't know. Paper Slut said, oh, he's not a member anymore. My goodness. That's what I get. I need to be more careful when I tell Brooks. I don't care if you tell her any of that. No filter. It's all out. It's okay. It's okay.
And I want you to go into this call open-minded. So often people are very quick to say, oh, the husband did it. I don't want you to listen to this with that lens. And I want us all to remember that if we found our spouse or someone we loved in the condition that he's going to describe, most of us can't know what we would sound like, how panicked we would be. So keep an open mind while you listen to this and tell me if you ever hear him state that He just got home and found her. He had been away from the home because that's another question I have, but here's the call. I'll see you again in another video about this case soon. Let me know your thoughts about all of it. And rest in peace to Brooke Hanlon.
911 operator 484.
Oh my
What's the address of the
God.
emergency?
339. 339. That's in New Jersey.
Okay, bear with me one moment.
Oh my God. I need an ambulance.
Okay, that's 339 Township. Is that correct?
Chester Township. Chester Township.
Okay, is there a floor apartment?
The only thing concerning to me about the 911 call, obviously he's checking on his wife who has been stabbed to death, is that he doesn't bring up their child.
Oh, that's a very good point, because the first thing you would do, I would think, if you saw that, is run straight to the baby. And then you would go, if the baby's okay, then you go straight back to her and you would be like, I don't know, my baby's here. She's fine. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you would say that. I don't know, but that's a very good point.
Baby's fine and you're trying to get your wife revived. I don't know how you would pick. I don't know. But he doesn't mention their child one time.
Mm.
Room number is a private home?
A private home.
Okay, you calling?
Yes.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened. I know you said your wife is bloody.
I just found my wife. I don't know what's going on. CPR. I need CPR. There's instructions.
Okay, she's not breathing or conscious?
Oh my God. There's a laceration in her.
Okay, sir, bear with me one moment.
No.
We're getting help there. Just stay on the line and need some more information, okay?
Please. I don't know if there's blood. I need you here. I need you here immediately.
Yes, sir. So she is bleeding and she's not conscious. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right, sir. All right, the paramedics have been sent. Just stay on the line.
Yeah. What?
If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it, sir.
No, I don't have one.
Not available? Okay.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what.
I'm out said maybe because he knows he didn't hurt the baby. What hates the F out of me is when 911 says, do you have a defibrillator? Like the common Joe would know. Do you have one, Ange?
Well, no, I don't have one.
Okay.
The average Joe does not have a defibrillator.
They always ask that shit. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, we don't all work for the Red Cross around here.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Okay, please put your phone on speaker so your hands are free to help her, sir.
It's on speaker. I did not move it, Brooke. No, please,
Okay.
No.
One moment.
No.
All right, listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compression, sir. Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
There's a cut.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
There's blood everywhere.
Okay, can you place the heel of your hand on the breastbone in the center of the chest, right between the nipples, and put the other hand on top of that? Okay? All right, pump the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second and 2 inches deep. Okay, let the chest come all the way up between pumps. We're going to do this 600 times or until help can take over.
Okay, do not try this at home. All right? I don't want anyone saying, I'm going to do this right now. Because 2 inches down on the breastbone is dangerous, and you have to be real careful doing it. I personally do not have the muscles to do it. Do you, Ange?
Well, I mean, you know me, I try my very best, but again, if I'm going to have to do it, I'm going to have to literally straddle somebody and use my weight, but you also can't lock your elbows. So again, you have to be, you have to be in good cardiac condition and everything to do CPR. It is not easy. And, like, people obviously should know, like if you put your hand between, your breast and feel the big breastbone there, that's the one they're talking about. And if you just barely, barely trace it down to where you feel a little niche at the bottom, what you do is you take one finger, two fingers, right above that, and then the heel of your hand goes right beside that. That's how you determine your placement of where to put your hand.
I think it's real damn rude to thump someone in that bone between their boobies. I really do. That shit hurts.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It'd be like, you could, depending on how hard you got hit in the chest, you could literally cause somebody to have a cardiac arrhythmia. In other words, you know what I mean? In other words, for them to develop a different pattern from normal, do you remember the old, like on the movies and stuff, where you see patients being coming to the ER and every once in a while, not real common, you'll see somebody take a fist and just thump them in the chest, like as hard as they can. That's where they're trying to, shock the heart into beating. You will literally see that back in the day. They did that a lot.
Well, you remember that Sherry Pepino that said she was kidnapped by those two Mexican women?
Mm-hmm.
And she was acting like she was all distraught. And this one nurse came and she thumped her in the chest. And I'm telling you what, she was A-okay then.
I bet.
But she was in pain.
Yeah. Kind of like getting your wind knocked out of you, but a little bit worse.
But then she went on to fake a seizure, and we know what happened after that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, count out loud so I can count with you, okay?
1,
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, sir. You're doing great. We're gonna do this 600 times or until help can take over, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Help is on the way, sir. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, try and take a deep breath, sir. Try and take a deep breath.
Can I just say something that just came into my head?
Go ahead.
I'm just going to say this. If I was really doing CPR, I would not be going, blah! I wouldn't have the strength for that. I would be too focused on what I was doing. I just couldn't be like that and still do what I was doing effectively. That just doesn't seem, that seems a little odd to me. Maybe, I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm just saying, I'm not sure how that would be effective when you're so emotional like that and screaming and stuff. It's something a little off about that to me.
I'm so panicky in situations like that. I have no idea what I would do. So I really can't judge. I can't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're more trained than I am, obviously, because you're a registered nurse.
Right. But if anybody in the audience or in the, in the chat has ever had to, try to do CPR before, I think, your adrenaline's so high and the whole thing is you've got to get that heart, pumping. And I just can't see I mean, you could probably do it and be screaming and hollering and not be very effective. And I'm not trying to be ugly. I just think that sounds weird, is all I'm saying. Even on ER calls, I mean, have we heard a lot of people doing CPR going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you would have the wind for that.
I don't either. And hopefully they get to the bottom of some other people with cardiac problems that just drop dead out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what happened to her. She was stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
And most of her stabbings were right in the chest.
And to be fair, you know, the dispatch is trained to say all that stuff like, do you have a defibrillator? Do you have, because really and truly everybody's life is going to go a lot more effectively if they did. But, you know, sometimes the people on scene are not able to communicate to the dispatcher what's going on. I mean, you could literally, and I don't mean to be weird, but I mean, you could literally have somebody's head cut off and they'll be telling somebody to do CPR because, you know, your communication's not always the best right there. So if she had a bunch of slashes and lacerations or stabbings, you never know. With each compression, there could be more and more blood coming out depending on where the stabs and lacerations are. And I find it interesting too that he said laceration. That's just me. Because most people, if I go down the road, my aunt even, she's not going to go, hey, Ange, come here and look at this laceration I've got. That's just me.
I found that odd as well, but I don't know how he speaks.
Right.
I just don't know. I mean, I don't know him. I mean, if I came into someone being stabbed to death in my house, I would be like, it looks like they've been stabbed. It looks like someone's been cut or shot or something like that. I wouldn't use any sort of surgical language.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No.
Hello, sir. Are you still doing the chest compression, sir?
Of course, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're getting there as quick as they can, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
Brooks.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
Okay, so right where we're at right now,
Mm-hmm.
if you were really doing CPR, you're going to be getting freaking exhausted. And it's going to feel like 5-10 minutes is forever. That's just all I wanted to say.
Okay, I get it, especially if someone's already dead.
Mm-hmm.
V. Oakley said, but we do have experience listening to 911 calls and we know the baseline. I will say my favorite CPR 911 call was Sarah Boone's. I mean, I couldn't believe that. Ah! And like she never lost a second. And then she lit a cigarette and then it was like one thing after another. Oh, are they here? Are they here? Are they here? And I'm like, how do you have a gasp of breath?
Right. Yeah, she's probably putting her pinky on him.
I mean, my cousin Jenny, she would stand on her tippy toes and she would put all her weight into people doing CPR.
Mm-hmm.
Because she said bones can heal.
Right.
V said your muscles will be burning. True story. By the way, Paper Cut, you're not a member in here, but you are an admin in Discord. So you're welcome. So you have like 2 seconds to get a membership to the channel. Me love you long time.
2,
Oh, Brooke,
3, 4.
baby, I need you. I need you.
Try and take a deep breath, sir. 3, 4.
I need you.
1,
Brooke, I need
2,
you.
3,
No,
4.
no, Brooke.
1,
No,
2,
I need
3,
you.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4.
And sir, I know you said, where are you in the house?
Second floor.
Second floor?
Upstairs,
Okay.
upstairs,
Okay,
floor.
keep going. 1,
The door's
2,
open.
3, 4.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I got this. I got this. You got it, Brooke. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on.
Keep going, sir.
Come on.
1, 2, 3,
Oh my God, there's
4.
two cuts. What
1,
the fuck happened?
2,
What
3,
the fuck happened?
4.
What the fuck happened?
And where's there a big, a large cut,
There's
sir?
one on her breast. There's one right below her breast.
Okay, okay. Just keep going, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Keep going, sir. We have responders pulling up. Just keep going until they take over.
Fucking better.
1,
I need
2,
you. I
3,
need
4.
Get
1,
there, Brooke.
2, 3, 4. Just keep going. They're right outside. Just keep going until they take over, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing a great job, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You said the front door is open, sir? Okay,
I don't think he's doing CPR. I just don't.
If he is, I don't think it's very effective.
Noted, because I have heard people actually that care about their loved ones doing CPR and they almost pass out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they even tell them just do 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not saying talk.
Mm-mm.
Tell me that you're watching the fucking Jeffersons on Me TV. Just
Right.
get it done.
You cannot. I mean, the most you can usually say, is like, switch next time on 5 while you're doing compressions. I mean, you just don't have the wind for it.
Well, I wouldn't think so.
Mm-mm.
I mean, if you want CPR done correctly, get Miss Daisy, because she could just sit on your chest and just bounce up and down, and you'll be right back up to life. It's just ridiculous.
Mm-mm.
But I don't think he did any CPR.
Mm-mm. Well, I'm just suspicious. That's just how I roll.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I think he was doing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
killer, I don't know. I have zero idea.
Right. This is all speculation.
It's all speculation, but what was his motivation for killing her? I mean, we're hearing about affairs and all those type of things. They got married in 2021. They had a baby in 2025.
Okay.
That's a very short time to be together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Goodness gracious. I just don't know. I just don't know. And I'm just real curious about all the stuff that has to do with keeping it under the table, so to speak. There's a reason for that, and I want to know what it is.
I do too, and I'm totally invested. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they could easily find out if it was him. True story.
Right.
They
Right.
could, because I mean, he's there. His DNA is all over the house, and they said there was blood everywhere. So what else could it be?
Mm-hmm.
Why were there so many documents just thrown around? Why was the flash drive taken?
Oh, because somebody don't. Papers in her office.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody was looking for something. Perhaps something that could implicate somebody in something. You know, you can't say anything about somebody's therapy, but there is a duty to warn if there's a serious threat of self-harm or harm to others. Sounds like somebody was looking for something in that office, and I don't know if her things were taped or recorded or what they had to do with the computer, but it sounds like somebody was absolutely looking for something. Why would her husband be flying through the papers? I don't know.
That's a good question. And we know the baby girl wasn't.
Yeah, they came there looking for something. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely ridiculous behavior. I cannot believe it.
I'll update the responders. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep on going, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A fatal paper slut said, how exactly do they know a flash drive was even taken? Because I believe everything I read on the internet. Are you new here? My God. Ange?
I don't know where the source of that is, but again, if they're investigating the case and it has something to do with possibly a client, then it makes sense why they would take that.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep on going, sir.
Yes. Come here.
Keep going until they take over, sir. Keep going until they take over. Are those the responders, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so at this point, he's on speakerphone, but he's too far away from the phone. And all he's saying is, no. And I'm not digging on him because I don't know what happened.
Right.
I want to know what was going on and why everything happened in basically her office. So was it a what about Bob situation or her husband killed her?
Right. Hard to say. I just feel like if it was the husband, then we would be closer to a resolution, or at least an arrest would have been made.
I would think so because they're obviously with all that blood. They said it was blood everywhere. I guarantee they have every one of his shoes.
Mm-hmm.
What shoes he had when they showed up.
Right.
Went through everything.
Well, that's just, like you said, that's just pre-crime investigation 101. Obviously, he's the only person in the house there with her. The baby didn't do it, so they have to look at him, period. And I would suggest they follow the money, like I say on every case, just to be on the safe side.
All I have read about the money is that she did have a big life insurance policy, and no one has tried to get it. And her parents are sticking by him. That's all I know.
Okay. Her parents are sticking by him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know, Ange. What do you think?
I just think it's all interesting. I mean, it's not been a very highly publicized story. There's a lot of things on the down low with it. And, hopefully there's not somebody running around out there trying to, stab people. I hope that they give an update or just have more coverage on it, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah, and everyone has life insurance. Everyone's got some kind of policy, whether it's life insurance, burial, something like that. but it's very rare we get killed for it.
Right.
I mean, very rare. I mean, geez. I mean, Alex Murdaugh had like $3 million on Maggie and Pawpaw, and it's been cashed in. It went to Buster, and all Alec gets is beef sticks and new poker cards. Goodness.
Poor Alec. No.
All right, you all. Well, I'm going to jump into Discord. I'm going to do a Discord live here in a second. So if you don't have the link, grab it and come in, because I'm telling you, it's going to be lit today. And so I really hope everyone can be there and just come say hi. You don't have to be there every day. Oh, Rexy just did a hug and run.
Aw, hey Rexy. Did Stacey ever ask her question? She may not want to do it on a public forum.
Well, that's what I was asking her. What is her question? Stacey, what is your question, honey buns? I don't know.
Alrighty then.
I don't know.
She can text me in the Discord or something.
Exactly. Let's look at this real quick.
Again, it all depends on what's known to the investigators right now. Are they focused on a particular individual that was home with her, or the concept of a third party?
Yeah, I think the electronics will tell a lot of the story here. I think those will be very important. And it takes some time to get that information back and to analyze it. So we'll see what happens with that. Jarrett, talk to me a little bit about your book. Tell us about the book.
Well, sadly, the book talks about a very similar case, a domestic case.
No one gives a rat's ass about his book. If he cared about his book, he would do his own stream, and he would not piggyback off of a woman that was murdered in her own home. I get so tired of that BS. That is ridiculous behavior. I can't stand it. So I will see you guys over in Discord in about 5 minutes, and I can't wait to see you. And look at V. Oakley. Gift and memberships like a boss. What to do?
Thanks, Faye.
All right, y'all. I will see you over in Discord in about 5 minutes. We'll be in general. And Britt, make sure you grab that link I have put up 1,000,000 times and come on over. If not, send me an email and I'll get you in. And thank you so much for walking me through this, because I was very confused. And
You're welcome.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lean on the side that it's some kind of crazy patient.
Yeah, I'd rather think that too right now, but I really do. I just have a big question about that. You're welcome. And again, you guys, I don't know everything, and everything I say may not be factually correct. So it's just always check with your own physician for your own medical treatment. This is not a substitution for medical care. And I'm sorry that I had to say that disclaimer, but I felt the need to.
So in other words, never come to this channel for anything that will make a difference in your life. Okay?
No, you crazy nut. That's not what I said.
No,
I'm just saying. I'm really saying that it's not a substitute. And I don't mind it at all, but you know, it's really hard to completely know what to say to somebody without actually seeing it with my own eyeballs. But I don't mind giving, you know, my experience and my suggestions to people at all. I just don't want them to do that like people sometimes do with their friends that are in healthcare or whatever, and not get the appropriate medical care is what I'm trying to say.
As in, we do not give legal or medical advice here until Daisy comes on. Is that fair enough,
That's fair, girl. That's fair. I'll take that.
I love you guys. Bye bye.
Love you.